What's up, guys? This is Miasin, and today we're going to be going over some new cards, I guess you can say. So let's get right into it as soon as you, of course, smash the like and subscribe button. So the first one, I actually kind of forgot if I... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Argostars, Courageous, Arion, rank 4 Dark, 2 level 4 monsters. But not really though, right? Because we were never summoning this card with 2 level 4 monsters. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Once per turn, you can also exceed summon this card by using one Argostars monster you control as material. So yeah, why would I summon this card with 2 monsters when I can just make it with 1 monster? And then I can run over something, and then make a Zeus, and then blow up the whole board. So that's crazy. Any Argostar monster can break the board. That's really cool. If this card is Exceed Summon, you can add an Argostars spell from your deck to your hand. Okay, so there is the field spell, and there is a new quick play spell. That's pretty cool. During the standby phase, you can detach 2 materials from this card, then place up to 3 Argostars continuous chops from your grave face up in your spell and chop zone. This is, in a way, kind of similar to, like, the Odeon deck, in a way, because you're getting back, like, the continuous chops that summon themselves, but, like, the early game is just a little weird, so I don't know, it's... I do like the card a lot, and I do think that this archetype just keeps getting better and better, but bro, we have 2 main deck monsters, 2 spell cards, not even that many chops, we just need more cards, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that the cards are bad, but... Konami, spoil us a little bit more. Anyways, this one is new, Return of the Duelist, normal spell. And also, you can only activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn, so clearly the effect has to be tier 0, right? Otherwise, why even make it once per turn? If there's an Exceed monster on the field or in either graveyard, add 1 equip spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. I don't know who the hell thought that it would be a good idea to make this card once per turn. I really just don't understand, because now if you draw more than 1 copy of this card, you're going neg1, because, you know, like, equip spells aren't great anyways. So you're definitely not trying to neg, you know, just to search like 1 equip spell. And also, if you see this card and you don't have like X-Ratio or something to like dump an Xyz or at least summon an Xyz, then this card is also useless. So in other words, this card is complete dog shit. I can't think of a single application for this card. You can't use the argument of, oh yeah, but you can search Snatch Steal, and which is really good, because you can just play 3 Mind Control and a Change of Heart anyways. So if you just want to play a lot of monster stealing cards, there is better options, and you don't have to play gimmicky cards that rely on you controlling or having something else. It's just very bad. There's absolutely nothing. Equip spells are some of the worst cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! By far. Not only because they suck, right? But also because the mechanic behind them is just bad. Like, they lose out to like Raziel Detonator and stuff like that. And also their effects are just overall very bad. So yeah, this card gets like a solid 0 out of 10 for me. Okay, so we got some new Mitsurugi cards, which I know for a fact, this is gonna be my, I guess, my first time, I guess you can say, reviewing them. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, whatever. So Mitsurugi no Mikoto Aramasa. So this is, by the way, a TCG exclusive in Alliance Insight. And yes, this is official, so stop being annoying. Level 4 Dark Reptile. Okay, if this card is no more a special summon, or if this card is tributed, you can add a Mitsurugi monster from your deck to your hand except itself, and if another reptile monster you control will be destroyed by battle by card effect, you can tribute this card instead. Okay, so this is the typical effect that Kusanagi and Saji both have, and then both effects are once per turn. So yeah, this card is extremely good. You can go normal summon this, and then search like a ritual monster, and play from there. This is pretty nice. Anyways, Mitsurugi no Miko Wusu. Okay, level 8 Dark Reptile, and then you can special summon this card from your hand by tributing another reptile monster from your hand. Okay, wow, and a monster your opponent controls, but then you cannot special summon monsters or activate monster effects for the rest of the turn except reptile monsters. If you are playing Raziel Mitsurugi, this is not really good for you, and also you can only special summon it once per turn this way. If this card is tributed, you can discard a card, and if you do, add it to your hand, and then yeah, both effects are once per turn. Sorry, no, this effect is once per turn. Okay, this card is garbage. Very bad. It's not gonna see play. It's just not worth playing. Yeah, okay, it's a searchable kaiju. Nobody cares. No, it still doesn't change the fact that in order for you to like take full advantage of this, you're gonna have to do all of your non-reptile plays first, and then you go for this, and then you're also locking yourself out of not using, you know, non-reptile monster effects for this. It's just not worth it at all. You're better off just playing your deck as is and ignore this card. Ame no Habakiri no Mitsurugi. Level 8 Dark Reptile. Really crazy, insane artwork. Looks really good. How the hell can this be a reptile? It looks like a dragon, but whatever. So yeah, you can ritual summon this card with Mitsurugi Ritual. Obviously, monsters your opponent controls lose 800 attack, and then you can reveal this card in your hand. Ooh, okay, so it's just like the Incantation Chalice Slime. Special summon a Mitsurugi monster from your deck, then tribute 1 monster you control. This is actually really broken. My god, okay. You can only use this effect of this card's name once per duel. Okay, fair enough. And if this card is tributed, you can add a Mitsurugi card from your deck to your hand except itself. Then you can special summon this card, just like Futsu and Ame no Murakamo. And then you can only use this effect of what's his face once per turn. Okay, so in other words, the combo is that you go normal summon Aramasa, and then effect, you search the Habakiri, and then you go effect of this, and then you special summon Saji or something, and then you tribute it, and then you search like Mitsurugi Ritual, and then you activate Ritual, you summon like this or whatever, and then yeah, you dump Kusanagi and stuff, you get whatever, you do things, you can do a lot of things. I mean, most likely actually searching Ritual was incorrect, and you were supposed to search Prayer so that you can also make like do a drive, and then get your stuff going. So yeah, it should be a one-card combo, which means that Mitsurugi Raziel is better than ever. Yeah, this really helps out, and I'm pretty sure it also makes the other cards better, like Saji is better, Prayers is better, just because of these new cards. So yeah, this is incredibly good. So far, I mean, we don't really have to like look at this card at all, but this is insane and this is insane. So everything else is really just like the cherry on top. They don't have to be good cards. Mitsurugi Mirror Ritual Spell. It can be used to ritual summon any reptile ritual monster from your hand or grave. Okay, you must also tribute reptile monsters from your hand or field whose total level equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster. And if you're trying to... No, hold on. If Ame no Murakamo, no Mitsurugi, Futsu, or Ame no Habakiri, you control distributed. While it's in your grave, you can shuffle it into the deck. This is absolutely not better than Mitsurugi Ritual, so yeah, in other words, this card is dog shit. Mitsurugi Magatama, quickly spell during the main phase, activate one of these effects. So either you tribute a reptile monster to target a face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it, or you ritual summon a Mitsurugi Ritual monster from your hand by tributing monsters you control whose total level equal or exceed its level. Okay, so yeah, this card is also very bad. Why would you play this card when Prayers is better? And even like the Trap card is probably better than this, like if you're trying to use the first effect. Zero appeal whatsoever. This is garbage, and also the second monster was garbage. Hopefully this card is not going to be too garbage, but again, I really couldn't care less because we already got all the broken support we needed. I don't even know why I say we, because I'm not a Mitsurugi Raziel player. Anyways, continue to spell. Your opponent cannot target Mitsurugi Ritual monsters you control with card effects of monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck. Okay, somewhat similar to like the Exorcister thing, but not really. You can target 4 Mitsurugi cards in your grave except itself, shovel them into the deck, and then if your opponent controls a monster, make them tribute one monster they control, their choice. You can only use this effect of whatever this face is once per turn. None of like these effects will ever come up. You don't want to neck to search this when you can just search Prayers and Ritual, which are broken. This is just going to be an extra brick that achieves absolutely nothing. You don't really want to shuffle back Mitsurugi cards with this when you can just shuffle them back with like Dagusto Emerald and stuff like that. And also sometimes you actually want them to be in the grave anyway. So yeah, zero appeal to using this card whatsoever. And yeah, this card better be better than the other trap card, otherwise it will never see play whatsoever. So yeah, Mitsurugi Tempest, normal trap. If you have a Mitsurugi Ritual spell in your grave, you tribute 3 monsters whose original name are Ame no Murakamo, Futsu, and Ame no Habakiri. Make your opponent banish exactly 8 cards from their hand, extra deck, field, and or grave, and then you can only activate 1 Tempest per turn. Okay, so yeah, if you're going for this effect on turn 1, your opponent is most likely going to banish 8 cards from the extra deck, which is kind of devastating, but to be fair, good luck being able to, you know, tribute like all of these monsters. It's going to be really, really tough. However, you should be able to bypass the cost if you copy this with transaction rollback. Because yeah, the activation requirement is still something you have to achieve. The activation requirement is this, by the way. So if you have a Mitsurugi Ritual spell in your grave, so yeah, if you, let's say, like, you activate that grass looks greener, you mail transaction rollback, a Mitsurugi Ritual spell, and this, you can go transaction rollback, activate, because you do have a Mitsurugi Ritual spell in your grave. You completely bypass the cost because you're not supposed to pay it. You're not actually allowed to, even if you wanted to, but yeah, that's a good thing that you don't want to pay the cost. And then you just resolve this effect, and you kind of just win the game, because this is one of the most devastating, overpowered effects I have seen in a while. Like, the last time I saw, like, a devastating effect like this might have been the, it was a Mech Knight monster, I think, or maybe the Mech Knight field spell. It's like, your opponent loses everything. It's just game over. And this is honestly very similar. So, I mean, I can't say that the effect is bad, but the cost is insanity. Like, and also, I don't really think people are going to be playing Futsu anymore when Ame no Murakamo and Ame no Habakiri are just much, much, much better. So yeah, this card, cool card. I would love to, you know, abuse it one day. But it's never going to see play realistically in like a legitimate manner. It's if anything, it might see like cheese play with like transaction rollback, but that's about it. Very cool whatsoever. This is dog shit. This is trash. This is literally unplayable. This is unfair, overpowered, utter garbage, completely overpowered. And then, yeah, this is literally a joke, an insult to my intelligence. And yeah, this card is pretty good. So yeah, it's there's pretty much like no in between, right? Either cards are broken nowadays or they're garbage. And the reason for that is because of power creep and dead content. If you print a card that is just like mid, chances are it's just not gonna see play, because why would I play a mid card when there's already a better option out there? So in other words, the cards that are mid, they're just gonna be completely ignored, and therefore they will jump into the category of utter garbage cards. And the broken cards are just gonna keep getting more broken, because the rich get richer and the poor stay poor. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know how you feel about these new cards in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.